Hello, YouTube viewers. I'm Sandalwood99, and this is yet another review of, well, it's not really a board game. It's not really a card game either. I suppose it's a party game. It's called Are You the Traitor? Are You the Traitor is a bluffing and deduction hidden role game that was inspired by Werewolf, but is very different and very easy and simple to play. So, essentially what happens is, well, depending on how many players you have a certain amount of characters. But in a very simple in the basic simple five-player game, you have two wizards, a traitor, the key holder, and the guard. And the story is that these three are traveling together to deliver this key, this evil key that unlocks the evil book of evil spells. And two wizards appear. One is good and one is evil, but you don't know who is who. And the key bearer is trying to give the key to the good wizard. And the good wizard and the guard are looking for the traitor, and the evil wizard is looking to steal the key. So after you deal out everyone's card, everyone looks at it secretly, and if you are a wizard, you flip it up, and then you are secretly dealt one of the wizard alignment cards that tells you if you are the evil wizard or the good wizard. And then that's it in the simple five-person game. And then what happens is just a big free-form discussion. Well, you can ask anyone anything you want. You might be like, "Oh, are you the good wizard?" "Yes, I am." "Who do you think the key holder is?" "Oh, why do you think that?" Blah blah blah. And so, now when you think you know who you're looking for, you quite simply you point at them and you say stop, and then everyone reveals their cards. And if you chose right, and that's the person you're looking for, everyone on your team gets a treasure card, and if not, everyone on the other team. The teams are the good and evil team. There's a little chart that comes in the rules. The good team is the key holder, the good wizard, the guard, and the evil team is the evil wizard and the traitor. Like I said before, the evil wizard's looking for the key holder, who's looking for the good wizard, who's looking for the traitor. The guard is also looking for the traitor. And the traitor isn't looking for anyone, he's just trying to avoid being caught and try to confuse things. So what happens is you'll have, the traitor claiming to be a guard, and the key holder also claiming to be a guard, because the key holder doesn't admit to it, because if the key holder just goes, "Oh, I'm the key holder," the evil wizard will steal the key. And you'll have the evil wizard emphatically claiming to be the good wizard, because he doesn't want the key holder to just be able to give the key to the good wizard. And you'll have the good wizard trying to convince whoever he thinks the key holder is to try to give him the key, and also try to figure out which of these three adventurers is the traitor. Because remember, in the simple five-player game, everyone knows who the two wizards are, and the two wizards know, because, if I'm the good wizard, I know I'm the good wizard, which makes him the evil wizard. But the three adventurers don't know who they are, they just know who they are. And so it becomes this huge bluffing game, and you have to look at the other people and try to figure out what their tells are, and try to, sometimes you have to trust your gut. Look into their eyes, see if you think they're lying, then you think they're lying. If not, then maybe you should believe them. But that leads to some meta gaming where people are like, "Oh, you're always the traitor. Oh, you're always the evil wizard. You're never a good person. I'm not going to trust you now," when really it's just the luck of the draw. Oh, um, after the treasures have a value, all of them have a value from 0 to 5, and the first player to get a total value of 10 points in treasure is the winner. Beyond that, there's certain treasure cards. There's a treasure card that lets you steal someone else's treasure. There's a 0 treasure card, so if you're stealing from that person, you're in trouble. The only other things that get added to the game is if you have more than 5 players. Let's say if you had 6 players, then you add in a second guard. And then what happens is the two wizards close their eyes, and the key bearer holds up their card and shows everyone, "Look." Silently, of course, so the wizards don't hear. And then the wizards open their eyes, and then they get their alignment cards. And so in that example, everyone here knows who the key bearer is, and these two know who they are. Now that adds another level to the game, particularly for the traitor, because the traitor knows that he's on the evil team, obviously, and in order to win, he wants the evil wizard to be able to nab the key holder. So the traitor, if he can figure out that one of, if he can figure out who he knows, if blah, 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 what am I trying to say? If he can figure out that one of the wizards is most certainly evil, he can like hint at her and go, "Hey, she's the key holder," and the evil wizard can just steal the key. And of course, the more people you have, you add in another. Do you add another guard right away? Yeah, I think you add another guard, and then another traitor, and then another wizard who can be either good or evil, and then of course another guard. So when there are two traitors, then first you tell all the wizards to close their eyes. The key holder holds up their cards, reveals it to everyone. Then everyone closes their eyes, and someone says, "Okay, you traitors, open your eyes, look around, make eye contact, back to sleep." So then the two traitors will know who each other are, which is very helpful because the two traitors can kind of maybe team up on a guard and say, "Oh look, I think he's lying. I'll look at his face. You can see it in his eyes. He's lying. He's lying." And if they can try to convince one of the other guards or the good wizard that this guard is the traitor, then they're going to call stop on him, and the evil team's going to win. In addition to that, they also know obviously who the key bearer is, so they're trying to figure out who that is, who the evil wizard, so they can tip off the good wizard. So like overall, in the basic 5-player game, it's still fun. But the neat thing about the game is that not the mechanics, but the how it's going to work and how that you're going to play each of the characters changes based on how many people there are. I mean, in this scenario, both these people are going to claim to be good, and all these people are going to claim to be guards. And that's going to be pretty much about it. I mean, all the traitors only going to be able to be concerned with trying to make himself look like a more real guard than this one, because he doesn't know which of these is the key bearer, and he won't. So it doesn't even matter if he figures out which one of these is the evil wizard. He won't be able to tip him off. But like I said, the more people you add, the more interesting the traitor role becomes, which was sort of a neat idea for the game designers to put in. Now, from the way I'm talking about it, I'm sure you figured out how much I enjoy this game. It is a phenomenal game, and I read about it online, and I thought, what a ridiculous game this is. I can't, and I just thought, there's no way, you can't do anything. I mean, all you do is sit around screaming, "I'm the good wizard, I'm the good wizard, I'm the good wizard," until someone gets so bored that it is point and stop. But once you get in, you start playing, holy crap, does it become intense. Like, there have been times people have, like, grabbed my shirt and looked me in the, tried to stare me down straight into my soul and go, "Are you the traitor?" And, like the filthy liar I am, I said, "No, of course not. I'm pretty sure, Blair is, though," and they turned on her, you know? And things like that happen so easily. And it's such a fun game. And unlike Werewolf, you should know I love Werewolf, don't get me wrong, but in Werewolf, every game you only get a chance to play one specific role, and if you get killed the first night, you're off sitting there and not even allowed to talk. In this game, you'll probably get a chance, more than likely get a chance to play at least every role, at least once, and the rounds are really quick, so even if you mess up once and maybe slip up and reveal, if you're the evil wizard and you maybe act a little too obvious and the key bearer figures it out, you mess up, okay, it's fine, round's over, the good team got the treasure this time, but roles are redealt and you got a new role that this time you can try. It's really interesting, and I've been working on some strategies. My my psychology teacher got mad at me because instead of making notes about this video we were watching, I was writing down my thoughts on how to best play each of the roles for each, depending on how many players you had. So you can see how engrossing the game is. And not only that, it's really cheap. I bought it at a store called 401 Games in Toronto. It's on Yonge Street. It's a really nice place. It was, I think it was $8. For $8, you get the 10 character cards, plus all the wizard alignments, and all these nice treasure cards. And in terms of material, you know what? Someone on the internet complained that the cards were flimsy and they had to put them in plastic sleeves in order to protect them properly, but I have not had that problem, and I've played this game quite a few times. I mean, you can look and you can see, like, my cards, I don't know, they're kind of starting to bend, but no more than regular playing cards do. And the rules are very well thought out. I mean, it gives you a little story overview of the magic key. There's a nice chart to determine what characters are in for how many different players. The rules are very simple. There's a chart here explaining who's looking for who. If you forget, it's on the back of every character card, the complete chart of who's looking for who. And if you're still a dunce, at the top of your card, it shows you who you're looking for. So there's no excuses for people who forget who they're looking for. That happened once in one of my games. It wasn't even the first round. We'd already been playing for like 40 minutes, and someone who was the traitor, no, someone was the key bearer, and they were like, "Stop! You're the traitor! Ha! I caught you!" And then we were all like, "You're not looking for the traitor." And of course, I as a guard was incredibly pissed off. I was just like, facepalm. You just gave them the points for the round. But that, you know what? That happens, and it won't happen. Probably won't happen after your first or second round. Also in the rules, there's the back page, all these little tips. You should read them. They're very, very basic, just to give you a minor insight into how each of the roles should be approached. Naturally, of course, as the evil wizard, you're going to claim to be good. Just like the traitor, you're probably going to claim to be a guard. And the key bearer, you're also going to claim to be a guard. And the guard, you probably want to look like the key bearer. And I'll leave you to figure out why I say that when you hopefully purchase this game, because oh my god, is it worth it. Are You the Traitor by I think it's Looney Lab Games. Fantastic. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. Phenomenal job.